nice and high, right? So that's really gonna create a shelf where that bar is sitting on my clavicle, right? And then another thing here is you can let those hands relax to let those elbows get up. If I have a full grip, sometimes that's just really hard, especially with that wrist, elbow, shoulder mobility, to drive those elbows up. Yeah, so you can let that ball fall, or that bar roll to your fingers to really secure that bar on your clavicles here. All right, let's have everybody try that first. Just get that rack position secure. Thank you, sir. All right, let's see it. Yeah, let's go right there. Bars on clavicles. Yeah, get in there well. So just holding that front rack position. Yeah, so think that front squat. Yeah, exactly. You can just like squeeze your shoulder blades together to drive your chest forward. Yeah, and then you'll feel like elbows up and out a little bit. Yeah, exactly. You know what you're doing here, Kim. All right, and once we're all clear on that, we can drop the bars, right? So we'll have the same kind of progression as we were thinking of that snatch. So we're gonna start with that hang power shrug, right? So let me hop on this bar right here. And then just like we were talking with the snatches, grip width on the clean is gonna essentially be a little bit more similar to that RDL. So arms nice and long. They can be slightly out, so you have a slight angle to your arms, but you just don't want them so far out, right? Especially because this is gonna impact that front rack position. If your arms are out super wide, just takes a lot of external rotation to get those elbows up. Same thing if they're too close, it's just gonna take a lot of shoulder flexion. So somewhere in the middle, kind of right around those marks is where you'll find that, right? So that first one, looking to start with some nice upper back tension, drive that chest up so you find some T-spine extension, down to that power position, extend, shrug, hold for a few seconds at the top just to feel that balance. Right, so really emphasizing nice long arms, head to the sky, keeping that chest over the bar. That's it, one. Yeah, less elbows, like at the top, right? Reset real quick. Emphasize the upper back position, right? Almost try to drive that bar down to the ground. Nice long arms here. And then let that bar move with you through that. Yeah, hold that extension at the top. Yeah, that's it. Ready? So this one, we're gonna keep that bar low. We're really only gonna pull that bar up to like belly button, and that's just getting there with the shrug. Yep, so even there, keep that bar nice and low. Here, just go shoulders to ears here. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah, and then biggest thing right now is just that power position, right? So you can drop the bar for a second. Right, especially when you think about that power position, that's essentially gonna correlate to like where you're gonna jump from, right? So right now when you're in that power position, so you're back here, even if you were to think about a jump, that's not gonna generate much power. So you've gotta let that chest drop a little bit so you can sit back into those hips, and that's gonna create more of that posture where that chest is over the bar so you can push those legs a little bit longer. Does that make sense? Yep, so right from there, think about starting nice and tall. So start straight up. Yeah, so you can like head to the sky, bring your hips through, right? Where you're still starting in that hang, start tall, straight up and down. Yep, and then yeah, from there, exactly. Chest is over the bar, nice long arms. Let that chest fall forward a little bit in the hang, a little more knee bend there. That's it. Yep, drive head to the sky, shrug those shoulders. That's it, yeah. Good. And then just keep that bar low, just a shrug there, just a shrug. Yeah, just try to get the most out of your legs. Bend, good. Yeah, nice. Good, exactly. And you feel now you can hold that at the top for a lot longer. Yeah, that's gonna help be more balanced there.
So part of it too is like you don't want to be extended at the top when you start.
That makes sense.
Keep your heels down, just like behind.
Yeah, let's see one.
So that way it gets the person that's moving us like this. Because right now I'm like so upright, it's just knees and hips behind it. So start with the hips behind, like hinge, and then
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
Push these forward. There you go.
And before, when it was going forward, that's just a matter of getting that lat tension, that upper back tension, right? Before it was a little loose. So when you extended, arms kind of went forward. Yeah. You want to start at the top with that tension right here. So you're like actively pulling that bar into your hips. Keep that tension through that whole time. Yeah, awesome. All right, how are we feeling with this one? All right, so you can drop bars for a second, take a look at me. So some of you guys were getting into it a little bit, but now we're gonna hit that same power position into that high pull, right? So instead of keeping that bar towards like belly button height, we're gonna get some more height of those elbows, hit that scarecrow pose, and then we're looking for bar to be about sternum height when we hit that position, right? So starting from that top, finding that upper back position, same sequencing to get into it, down to that power position, extend to that head, bring that bar up to that sternum height, right? Still emphasizing that hold at the top, that nice vertical extension, and then just a good transition from those legs to that arm. Good. And then just think about keeping that posture over the bar, right? You get down in good position, and then you shift back onto the heels, right? We almost open up at your hips too early. Keep that posture as long as you can. Like at the top, think like you're covering the bar from the rain. Here we go, that's better. And then you can still think head to the sky, just don't lean back so much. Here we go, that's better.
So what I would say is, if you guys either kind of drive into it,
Nice.
a little more
Good.
so more of that swing. See how that now my shoulders going back a little bit versus me being too far over here. Yeah, so more of a hips through and then.
Here we go. Right, so I think one thing that's going on with both of you guys is as you're hitting the last little bit of extension with your legs, you're starting with those arms, think about there being a slight delay between when you use your legs versus when you use your arms, right? So right now, it's this, where it's legs and arms at the same time. Think legs and arms.
Legs and arms.
Yeah. Yeah, nice one, exactly. Yeah.
Legs and arms. Yeah, and that makes
How's
it
that
more
feel?
good.
Explosive,
Yeah.
powerful, 225, here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Because before, when it's legs and arms at the same time, you're generating that momentum with your arms versus now when there's a slight delay, you're just carrying that momentum with your arms. Yeah, that's better.
Alright, bro, you ready? So get into your stance here. Try to find a little bit more toes here. Yeah, exactly. Now do exactly.
Good. And then right now what's happening, so you can drop the bar for a second. Your elbows are going more up and back,
Yeah.
right? Where they're getting here. See how my forearms are horizontal?
Yeah.
That creates distance between the bar. Keep those forearms as vertical as you can through that entire pull, right? Because when you get here, that's going to create that distance. Scarecrow pose is going to help that bar like travel up your body there.
It's probably going to push me on my toes. And if I stay like on my heels too late, then that's when it's going to get a little bit behind. That makes sense. So, yeah, exactly. Flat shoes are a little
Let's see
bit
one.
better kind of best case scenario. Still try to find the toes. Yeah, here. Maintain the heel pressure. Good. Not pressure the floor. There we go.
Yeah, and right now, head's kind of staying down. Think head to the sky. Head to the sky, get nice and tall.
Do like a 1, 2, 3. And
Yeah,
then
that's it.
Hip contact that we can pull. Yeah, you see that now, right? Now we're here trying to get the hip contact.
Yeah, and now that timing is better, and feel you're like getting out of the way for that bar to travel up now.
That's about it.
Yeah,
Here we
nice.
go. 1, hips come back, think about getting nice and tall here. Keep your eyes up too the whole time.
Yeah,
Eyes are down, then I'm gonna try to get contact here. Yep.
Yeah, so kind of the same thing as Juan, right? When so that's better, but when you're getting there, it's still like your head's falling forward. Just think about like that zipper staying over the bar, right? So you're still head to the sky, but you're just keeping that nice proud chest to that pull. I was like the zipper that she has on her sweatshirt.
Right, you guys use that there, like
Yeah, like zipper the coat, right? So that's to help the bar stay nice and closed. Like, right, you that's gonna help you get your elbows to come up, almost like you're like gripping a flat iron. Another way to think about it is like you're trying to lift your t-shirt up with the bar, right? So you're gonna get under the t-shirt and you're gonna pull up like this. Yeah, that's America.
Great exercise. What happens to it? It's gone. You don't see anyone else.
And then just think elbows higher, elbows nice and high. Yeah.
Strength and conditioning.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, we ready to go for some power cleans? So now that we have that high pull, that bar is getting some good float on it. We understand that kind of, like I was talking about, that leg drive, carrying that momentum with arms. We're gonna bring it into that full power clean. So you're gonna get that same transition, same leg drive, same flow to that bar. And then you're really just gonna think about punching your elbows under, almost like you're trying to uppercut somebody with your elbows, actively pulling that bar up into that front rack position, right? Start here, nice and tall, dip down, nice vertical extension, catch that bar, stand up with it. All right, let's do it. Good, ready? So right now you kind of brought yourself down into position and then you find that tension, find that same tension from the top so you can use that dip and drive to get some more rebound. Good. Good transition. I like the vertical extension. Just same thing. Think about falling forward, getting more weight in those toes when you go into that hinge. That's it. There we go.
So like you kind of want like from this position, like hips are coming through, head's coming to the ceiling, and then once you get to that upper thigh, that's
There we go. Good. And then right now, right, you're almost using those arms to pull that bar to your hip. Use your legs to bring that bar to your hip. Like head in the sky, same cues we've been giving.
try to keep like a little bend in your knees, like as you're driving.
Here we go. Nice, man. Yeah. And now you feel when you like drive head to the sky, the bar is gonna come to those hips. You're gonna get that last little bit of extension to get out of the way, and then you're gonna get some float on that bar to pull yourself up. Yep, nice straight. Yeah, that's it. Nice. Let's see one. All right, so transition timing looks pretty good here. Only thing is when you catch, right, those hips are so far forward, you just got to let those hips get back in that catch. Yep, exactly.
So quiet.
That's actually what I was going to tell them. So give a little more stomp and think about your elbows coming through before your feet leave the ground.
I'm good. Could have been worse. Hopefully I won't have to good. Should I bail there?
Oops, sorry. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's too much jumping.
Yeah, so try to give less jumping as far as like your feet leaving the ground because you're cutting that extension early, so that bar is going up, right? Elbows are still coming here. Think about head to the sky, elbows to the sky. So do a high pull one more time, just think about that. Good. And then at the top of that high pull, just pick your feet up, rip your elbows under. Good, exactly, awesome. And do you feel the timing when you met that bar was a lot better?
Yeah.
Here we go. Good, so ready to drop the bar for a second. So it's just a little passive in the catch, where when you catch, you're letting it ride you down. When you catch that bar, you need to catch it with all the intention to stand back up. So you set that tension through the upper back and you brace it a little bit through your core, rather than like letting it bring you all the way down to get back up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Some soft press?
I think I finally got it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Go. Better transition, just jumping forward because you're cutting that extension short, right? So think less aggressive with the stomp, more smooth with that transition, right? Bar's 45 pounds. I'm sure you could probably squat a lot more than this. Yeah, nice. There you go. Good, that's better extension, like better bar path there. Now it's really just about trying to get elbows to wrap around first and then getting those feet to land, right? Because it's gonna happen kind of simultaneously, but you should really be thinking about getting those elbows through, just like I was telling them over there. So you can like set that tension to that upper body and then receive with the legs. You know, right now, legs are getting that a little early. So you're like bringing that bar up here. You need to bring yourself down to the bar and then cushion with those legs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There you go, a little better. Good. And on the way down, right now you get that hips and then you get those knees. Just get them both equally at the same time. Yeah. Good. And that's going to help that be a little smoother there. What do you say?
How are the elbows on?
Elbows are good, right? You can just let your hands relax a little more so you can get that bar all the way to your shoulders.
You can see too, it's like every time you go to pull, your body
There we go, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how, man. It's better.
That's why I
One little thing there, just when you get set to do it, right? Right now you're like almost bending the bar right here. Just think about hanging those arms nice and long and get more of that from like